equal mc square.
Okay, so I think you did your master's in pure mathematics. So how was the experience with that? Any struggles? What all you enjoyed during that experience?
It was quite enjoyable actually. Struggles, yes, in terms of content. The content was quite challenging. Some areas of like we had 5 subjects in year 1, 5 subjects in year 2, and there were a couple of subjects maybe which were more challenging than the others. Some were enjoyable. But it was an enjoyable journey also, because I remember staying back sometimes the university campus with my friend in the hostel till late at night just to study. So we sit in the library till 9, and then we go to his hostel room, sit till about 11 o'clock, sit with some books, 4 or 5 books, one notebook. And those were not the days when we had iPads that we could write on these electronic devices. There were loads of paper that we used to write on, eventually then throw away.
Wow.
So yeah, very different.
The pain in throwing away.
So on that level, like at the highest level of mathematics, how is mathematics divided? Like what are the different subjects and different classes that you took up at university?
Because I studied pure mathematics, so the subjects that I had in my master's course were basically algebra, which was further divided into linear algebra and abstract algebra. Then analysis, which was numerical, functional, real, and complex. Then combinatorics, which is basically your permutations and combinations, counting principles, and things like those. And there was an option to study differential equations. I did not do that. And then there was one on differential geometry, which was compulsory. That was a challenge for me. These were the kinds of subjects that we studied. Yeah.
So maths, as we said, is ever evolving, right? Do you maybe think something that's very fundamental that's been proven in the past might be disproven in the future, or someone might come up with an alternate way of looking at numbers? Because when people didn't know what to expand with mathematics, people found square root of -1, and then a whole new portal of mathematics was open. So do you think something like that could happen in the future, where there's a whole new branch of this subject that comes from nothing?
Definitely. I mean, maths is all about assumptions. If somebody assumes the contrary and manages to prove things, then there could be a new branch or a new subject within mathematics, for sure. Yeah.
Is there any mathematical concept you wish you would have discovered or probably proven?
I don't think so at this point. Yeah. Not at this point, but definitely, yeah. As I started off with my journey as a PhD student, and I stopped it at an MPhil, which is like a smaller version of the PhD. So I had to travel overseas. I intend to continue that journey. I don't know when, because maybe after probably about 2 years or something from now, because I'm still doing another course at the moment, not in maths, in education. So because of that, I've taken a break, and hopefully if I can get back to my journey, then that is when I would think of proving, or at least getting closer to supporting some new ideas in maths.
Yeah.
So where did your passion for maths start from? So you said you struggled with algebra and that helped you conquer algebra, but mathematics as a whole, what was the point where you thought this was something you wanted to take up as a career?
There was a small incident. It may not be very significant, but I remember when I was in grade 5, so we had this student in my class who was the all-rounder in sports and academics and everything. And my father, being a maths teacher, prepared me for the summative assessments. And I remember there were 3 questions, 5 marks each. Those were based on least common multiples, which wasn't covered in class, grade 5. And I did them. So I got 95 on 100, and that all-rounder student, I guess, got about 75 or something. And that is when I began thinking that, yeah, if I can beat him, then I'm good at maths. Let me do it. So that kind of motivated me, and then the struggle was to maintain above his score, which was a challenge. But then, yeah, it went smoothly after that, and I started enjoying the subject, because I realized that I can do maths better than other subjects. So then that motivation continued. And then it went on till I reached my grade 10. I was just enjoying maths more than the other subjects, and that's how this thing continued.
So probably looking back on your younger self, is there any advice you would want to give to your younger self?
Challenge yourselves, enjoy subjects. Only then you would excel. If you're afraid of exams and those kind of things, parents do put those pressures, I know, but don't ignore them. But yeah, try to keep them aside. Try to enjoy the subject. It is definitely going to help you. Yeah.
So what other subjects did you enjoy? You said you loved maths as thoroughly after grade 5 and onwards, but maths is in every other subject indefinitely. So what other subjects did you enjoy a lot along with maths?
You're talking about school?
In schooling, in your schooling
Yeah.
days, yeah.
School only maths and science is what I enjoyed. I did not enjoy studying the languages. That was hard for me. And I did not enjoy studying social sciences too. So, because I couldn't really remember things in history that well and in geography. So, which things are found in which city and which country, and those, I was not really good at those. So, yeah. I preferred subjects where I could just use some logic and remember the least.
You've done masters in pure mathematics. How is this different from your the high school mathematics?
See, high school mathematics is there is a fixed syllabus which you need to complete within a certain amount of time, and it is very structured, and you have access to past papers. You can look at what somebody did last year, what somebody did year before last, and you can have a rough idea of what you should expect in your assessments. I mean, it's like pretty much like a closed syllabus, I would say. But when you go to masters and university level maths, they will just say that these are the topics. And there could be 500 questions of that. You may do all those 500, and the 501st will come on the exam. So you will never be able to exhaust the content that a university course has got. You always find new things. Yeah. So that way you can't rely on your classes. I mean, there was a phase when I think I did not even attend certain classes in my masters for some reasons. But I still cleared the exams, because if you don't attend those classes, you don't lose out on much. You just have to have those books which you can go to the library and borrow, have a look at the ideas there, have a look at the theorems there, some questions, and then try and practice some unseen ones.